Have you started?
Yeah, so in your own time.
My name's Gary. I was born in 1939. I was one of a twin when we was born, but the other twin didn't survive. I grew up in Wednesbury, which is part of West Bromwich. Childhood was spent a lot of the time along the canals and playing with our mates when we weren't at school. Those days you could play in the street. I left school and immediately my mother found me a job at the cycle shop, mending bicycles. And my father thought it was a bit of a dead-end job, and he said they want apprentices at Chance Brothers Ltd. Chance Brothers Glassworks had been in operation since 1824. 42 acres, 6,000 employees. They made all sorts of things, and a lot of this was done by hand. I worked for Chance Brothers for 25 years. In 1981, the works closed down. And then I left Chance Brothers with a cardboard box with all my personal belongings in, and that was it. I was out of work for 2 years nearly. I couldn't get a job, not in 1981. The 80s was very hard for anyone to get a job. And going back into that building brought back many memories. I started at Chance Brothers in May 1956 as an apprentice blacksmith. And my first day in the blacksmith shop, you went through an induction course, had your photograph taken with the managing director. I had a good start in life with Chance Brothers. It was a family company run by a family, and they looked after their employees. On top of this building there's a bell tower. The bell used to ring 3 minutes before starting time and 3 minutes before the end of the lunch hour. So that gave you 3 minutes to get to your clocking in point and clock on. Glass production went on 365 days a year, non-stop, including Christmas Day. They never stopped. And the conditions were pretty harsh. I worked every day, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, for a considerable number of years. In the office, there was a huge gate which in the wind came across and used to slam into the wall. And they were frightened it was going to break the office glass windows. So they said to us, can you put bars up the office window? And there we were, fixing these bars.
I was at work. I was only 15 and a half, in there typing away, and then this young man appeared at the window. The foreman came into the office and said,
will you go out with my mate out there? She says,
yes, yes. So innocent and naive. My name's Dorothy, and I was born in Worley. My first job was at Woolworths, which was in Oldbury. And then from there, I went to work at Chance Brothers. A lot of couples in those days met at work, didn't they? Chance Brothers used to have Christmas dances and New Year dances, which we always went to.
So I was chairman of Chance Brothers Club, and we used to get involved in various events there.
We courted.
You could afford to go to the pictures once a week. I decided, instead of going on holiday, we'll get engaged.
We got married in 1961, and then the following year, Belinda, our daughter, was born.
We've been married 58 years, actually 3 days ago. We've been together 63 years. It's good to look back at the old photographs. Memories are important. And I regret to this day, and you do, that we never questioned our parents more, but we don't know a lot about the background.
Nobody ever... Well, you just didn't question your parents, did you? So it's just all gone. Well, if it hadn't have been for Chance, I wouldn't have met you.
No.
Because you lived about 6 or 7 miles from where I did. So if it hadn't have been for Chance Brothers, we wouldn't have met. We wouldn't have had Belinda and Adrian and the grandchildren. So it's all started at Chance Brothers,
Yeah.
for which we thank them.
A chance meeting.
Yes.